Hi everyone, welcome to this week's newsletter. And I just thought, with you not getting out to play very much lately, and you probably haven't seen the alterations at the 8th and 9th holes, I thought I'd do a quick video walk of these actual holes. So here I am stood on the 8th tee, and as you can see here now, we've actually taken out a lot of the trees. A lot of this work was done towards the back end of last season, so the pond is now actually visible on the 8th tee. A lot of the trees taken away. This has been done so that the actual sun can get through to the actual teeing ground and help with the growth in the future. You'll actually now see that it's now been levelled off and completely relaid, so it's now a much level playing surface. So we're going to have a walk up the actual hole now and actually have a visualisation of what the hole looks like from the tee. So the immediate change you will see is up on the mound on the left hand side, which you would normally look at from off the tee. There's now been a new bunker inserted in there next to the actual mound. So one of the big changes it's going to make is that it's now going to be a much harder tee shot from off the actual tee, and we should see shortly coming into view, if we just come a little bit further left, we've now actually changed the bunkers up by the green. So as you can now start seeing, there's another bunker coming out. You couldn't normally see these bunkers this so early on the hole, so they've now actually been brought back a little bit further down the hole and also closer to the middle of the fairway. So it now becomes a much harder tee shot, more of a thinking shot. So when you stand on the tee now, certainly for you big hitters, you're going to have to now think about whether you're going to hit driver or whether you're going to hit an iron shot. And for those people that certainly would hit the average sort of length, you're now going to be tightened up a lot more with that bunker up on the left hand side. So as you can see, as we come further round, we've now got two bunkers just short of the green, and they're much larger than they used to be, as opposed to the three that were there before. We also made some changes up by the green, which I'll show you as we get nearer to the actual hole itself. There is going to be some more work done on the right hand side here that's not been done yet due to it being far too wet. We are going to do some drainage work down on this right hand side, and hopefully this water that you see at the moment will totally disappear in the future and make the winter months much better. So we'll get a little bit closer to this bunker up on the left that's near the mound, and as we get closer you'll see it's much bigger than probably people intended it would be, and also much deeper than it looked on the pictures that were originally planned up in the clubhouse. So as you can see, it's in the perfect position to catch people out of play, but it's shaped nicely so you can still have a shot at the green if you finish up in there. So as we approach, here's the mound on the left that we would normally see off the tee, and just behind it we've got this. Wow, what a big bunker. Obviously not filled in with the sand yet because we're still letting the turf knit together, and as you can see, the progress for the future is to change all our bunkers to a stacked turf face, as you can see in this one. A little bit of a kidney shape, so you can actually have a go at the green. So that's going to be your visualisation from the bunker towards the green. You notice the opening of the green is much wider than it used to be. So if anything, it's going to be an easier second shot. So as we make our way down the actual hole towards the other bunkers that have been put in play, you'll remember there used to be one just here, and if you can see the turf there that's been filled in. There was one just to the right of that bunker, and the one on the left here is a totally new one altogether. So we'll approach these two bunkers, again much bigger than they used to be, and as you can see with the shaping of the mounds, anything anywhere near these bunkers is just going to be gathered up straight into them. Perfect design work, wonderful stacked turf as you can see, and a little bit of a ruling for you: if your ball ends up in that stacked turf in the future, you're not actually in the bunker. So if you're going to take relief from that embedded ball in the lip of that bunker, you can drop it outside the bunker, not nearer the hole. So a little bit of a rule one there for you at the same time. We'll move over to this next one. So as you can see, very big bunker as I come further away to try and get it all in the camera view. But as you can see, the opening of the green has been made wider and a lot easier to hit in. So overall this hole has now become A much harder tee shot, but a much easier second shot. So we'll now walk up towards the green area. The bunker on the right is still there, reshaped, stacked turf again. And as you can see, this one on the left, if I just stop here where that turf is all nicely laid, that used to be part of the bunker. So the bunker has actually had probably about a quarter of it taken away. So it makes the entrance much wider and more approachable to that flag Ian loves to put on the left hand side of this green. So this is the shape of that bunker, again nicely stacked turf face as we make our way round. And what a wonderful job they've done. It now just needs the actual sand putting into these bunkers later on when the weather allows it. And we'll just finish off by walking over to the 9th tee and showing you what job they've done over here. If you remember from the weekly newsletter back in November, I took some pictures of this tee that was totally dug up. So it's been totally lifted up, relaid, re-levelled, and then relaid with brand new turf. So if we now turn around and have a look. So if you remember, certainly standing on this back tee in the middle of summer, to be honest, it wasn't very level, and it was always an awkward tee shot. Ball below feet or ball above feet. You've now got a nicely laid teeing area to tee off from. And we'll just finish off by walking up to the end. If you remember watching last week's video, this is where our greenkeeper Chris slipped at the end of here, just where you see that muddy patch coming in. He slipped at the end when he was doing his little mowing of this tee. So hopefully that gives you an insight how to this hole looks now, and the changes that have been made down on the 8th, and hopefully we'll be playing these holes soon. Thank you.